Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have a Qiyana VOD review for you today. This is Clid, the jungler for LCK Team Gen G. Really good Qiyana game from him today, but I want to really focus in on how he carries this game, talk about Qiyana's item builds, runes, and also skill order. Definitely going to focus on his gameplay a lot as well in terms of decision making, just basic jungle fundamentals, but definitely going to also pay attention to the way he plays Qiyana in terms of usage of his abilities, especially his ultimate. So let's jump into this review here. We have runes he's taken, so Electrocute, Sudden Impact, Zombie Ward, Ravenous Hunter. So these are pretty standard. I actually have seen some Dark Harvest is actually becoming pretty popular in terms of like all junglers, but I still think Electrocute is just the best for Qiyana because Dark Harvest is more burst damage based on, it does do more damage than Electrocute, but it's only on a certain percent of health, and having Electrocute is just consistent. You know you're going to get that damage, and you know you're at the end of the day you're trying to one shot someone with Qiyana, so just making sure that you know you have that Electrocute damage going off, not having to worry about the whole Dark Harvest like under 40% health thing. And we also have Triumph and Tenacity, so you can go Magical Footwear and Cosmic Insight as well, but I feel like that specifically on Qiyana, Triumph is so good on her because the way that you play fights, you're very slippery, like with your stealth ability, you know, you're jumping over walls. If you can get that extra slipperiness in terms of kill someone, like you're really low health, get that heal, like in his early skirmishes, Triumph is just so OP. It can be the difference between literally winning and losing games. And you can go coup de grace as well, which I like to go on most games. But Tenacity is really good specifically for this game against Lissandra, Rakan, Karma. Like there's actually a lot of CC on this team. It may not actually look like it, but they definitely do. Like Karma's W, Zaya's Root, Rakan has a bunch of CC, her Charm, and same with Lissandra. So I really like him going Tenacity here. And the stats, he goes attack speed, which really helps with his jungle clear speed, adaptive, and armor, because he's versing a Lee Sin in the jungle, who, even though he's versing 2 AP champs here, usually take the last rune based on your jungle matchup. And I see Korean junglers do this a lot, and I think it makes like a lot of sense. So let's jump into the review here. So in terms of matchups here, so we have a Leona, which actually is pretty good counter into Rakan. So bot is definitely gankable. Very interesting. We have an Ornn into Lissandra. Might be a bit hard to gank. They're two melee champs versus Lissandra, who can obviously use her ice root thing and then E out. And Ornn's not going to be doing insane amounts of damage. So this would be really hard to gank. You would need to line this up really perfectly with Ornn's wall when he does the dash and knocks him up with his ult. And Clid also would need to hit a pretty good ult, which is actually not that easy in terms of mid lane. I mean, there's walls here and here, but it's very easy just to beat Lissandra and sort of just walk in. Like, unless Qiyana gets a really good flank and pushes Lissandra onto like these walls, I mean, it's very hard to pull off, but definitely possible. So I wouldn't really be looking to gank mid, just be looking to maybe protect the Ornn. And then we have a Jax into Karma. Jax scales really well. He's actually probably going to have a hard time in this laning phase. Karma is pretty strong in terms of early laning phase, so but pretty gankable to be honest. So top and bot would be my priorities of this game, helping Jax specifically to scale up and start becoming that split push monster. Alright, so a bit of an invade happening here. Clid decides I want to go help. Like all the Korean games that I watch all the time, like they love their level 1 fights and invades. Like they'll just fight just for the sake of fighting. Like there's not really any like outplaying or intelligence here, like smart League of Legends is purely like, oh hey, like a fight's breaking out, like we're the better team, let's like fight. I mean, they do have like Jaxie and Leona stuns, so this level 1's alright, but yeah, Rakan actually does some stuff here. And alright, so definitely a lot going on right here. Clid died, he didn't get any assists, and they actually lose that out going 3 for 2, so not the ideal start. Alright, we do have vision of, so this is actually pretty good. Qiyana, Clid knows that Lee Sin's very low now, so he knows that he's actually going to be on the back foot and could potentially look to counter jungle or start pressuring the Lee Sin. because he's likely going to have to potentially base, especially the fact that he smite that as well. So yeah, Golems is going to be a bit difficult for him. But Lee Sin's actually pretty good in the jungle in terms of sustain, so he actually might be alright. Alright, so he gets a leash on blue. That's actually Doin B here, the world champion playing support off-roll, obviously. Alright, so I really like this. So look at this. So he's decided to not do any jungle camps right now because he knows from that skirmish, bot has no summoners. He knows that, Xayah's burnt flash, Rakan doesn't have summoners, and he's coming right here for a gank. And Doimi's actually doing a really good job, the Leone here, to just wait for Clid to come. And they're pretty much easily going to kill this flashless Xayah. So I really like this. This is him understanding when he can gank. The wave's always in such a neutral position on that first wave. So he's literally like, alright, let's go straight here. And we're going to go flank and kill this Xayah who's flashless. So really, really good start. Doimbi decides to base straight away. I really like this base as well. If he is to walk right now through here, then this actually gives Lee Sin the option to like literally take his entire topside jungle. And he's going to be much stronger as well. Like, let's say if Lee Sin is on this red buff, then he will have an item advantage. Like, he's going to base right now. He's probably going to buy. He has enough. He got first blood. Sorry, not first blood. He got a kill. He has enough for skirmish a saber. So it's really, really good right here to, like Lee Sin wouldn't be able to 1v1 him with skirmish a saber. Alright, so he's also switched out to red sweeper trinket as well. I think he did that off the first base actually, but utilizing that with zombie ward, which is really, really good to get as early as possible. So you can get those wards, clear them, help that extra vision for your team. So also buy 2 control wards there. I talk about this all the time on this channel. Always buy 2 control wards when you can. It really helps you pressure the game and helps you protect your lanes and also help you make aggressive plays. Vision wins games. Control wards wins games. Alright, so Ornn TPs here. Jax dies. Clid comes to help, but definitely going to have to leave this, I think. Actually, Lee Sin's pretty low there, but Clid doesn't have flash from that level 1. So this also goes to show level 1 burning your flash. Like, you've suddenly, like, these opportunities where you literally could have potentially gotten 2 kills, you're sort of just thrown off because of that level 1 stuff. So, I mean, personally, I hate level 1 stuff because that's just things become out of my control. I'd rather have my flash, rather have control of the game. Fights like that is just gambling. Alright, well, Lee Sin's pushed out right now. He's probably not going to kill Lissandra again. She's very, very good into like melee champions like Qiyana. She can just kite them. But this is a free Rift Scuttler. Right, so also knowing that Lee Sin is topside, this also means that Clid also has information that bot scuttle is up since top scuttle's up right now. So potentially he can look to double Rift Scuttler, but he does have his red buff and Raptors up, so I think it's really important to clear this. And like, he has 9 CS right now at 4 minutes. Like, I think Clid really needs to just start prioritizing some experience and gold here. He's done a lot to like, help out bot there. I think it's good to just farm up, get his red buff off the map. So a bit of a lane swap going on here. This is interesting. Alright, Clid's looking to potentially gank this flashless Karma. But it's obviously warded here. She backs off, so nothing we can do there. Jax is staying. Not sure why he's staying there. Like, look at the wave right now. So this is actually just the thing for ganking as well. Like, Karma has no real reason to walk up. Like, this is safely going to push back into her. So she can just sit back, relax. There's no reason she should be committing to any waves. So Clid goes to soak up some experience mid with his Jax not there. This is not ideal at all. Their bot's actually getting dived and losing here. So this is actually not good. So if you think about it, Clid has put his resources into like bot in terms of that early bot gank, and now they're like still losing, but Lee Sin's playing this well, so like now capitalize on this. Like, Xayah very, very good scaling, and they like, this is actually starting to get to the point where maybe bot lane is he's gonna have to trade like top side for it now, Clid. So alright, so he's also gone 2 points in Q, W, E. So yeah, you definitely want to max Q first. That's your biggest damage ability. Does he get seen? Yeah, he definitely gets seen walking down here. So remember, right now, the Lee Sin knows all the information. He knows Clid's here. You're always going to get... Oh, no, you actually don't get seen if you walk there. Okay, so he still doesn't get seen, but he's going to get seen shown in the spot wave. Wants to use this opportunity to soak up experience and gold. Tries to cancel base, but should have queued first, probably. Actually, it would have been really good if he cancelled those bases, but a bit unfortunate there. Soaks up some experience and gold. Over halfway to level 5 now. And clearing his Gromp. So Gromp's really, really good camp to clear. Gives like a lot of experience of gold compared to the previous season. So always look to try and clear Gromp as much as you can. And Qiyana's very good at it because she has a lot of single target damage. So alright, so just trying to farm up. There's really not much he can do right here. How much gold does he have? He's 1,000 gold. Potentially look to base for his Warhammer. Bot's fighting, but Lee Sin actually shows up here. I mean, maybe Clid could have come help them, but again, like at this point, I'm literally not worrying about Bot. Like Bot is now like almost a lost cause. Zaya and Rakan can easily 2v3 a Leona, Varus, and Qiyana at this point. Especially they're going to be level 6 soon. I mean, how much... They're close, or I mean, they sort of just hit 5, but I mean, at this stage, they're going to be able to get 6 very freely because, you know, bot lane just died, so not much we can do there. Alright, looking to gank this Lissandra mid. Pretty interesting here. Let's see how this works out, but I feel like a level 6 Lissandra, she has her ult, she has flash. This would need to go almost perfectly to pull this off. But Ornn's sitting here waiting. Alright, the Sanjay actually gets greedy there. Gets hit by that, uses his ult, and then we have Ornn ult. So this is literally perfect. Wow. Alright. Really, really good by Ornn. Predicts the E and gets the kill. So I would say that's really hard to pull off, and that's all based on Ornn. If that was any other champion, I think that Clid definitely couldn't have ganked that. So really, really good from the Ornn there. Bases, and actually can get a warrior straight up here. So really, really good. Has his ult now, 3 points in Q. Alright, border warrior straight out. Still has a control ult. I think that was from a previous base. Looking to just go bot, clear his blue. Gromp, potentially. Bot, this is very risky. I wouldn't be ganking this at all. Leona, I mean, look at the level advantage right here. This is very much, like, go away, Clid. Leave this for, this is lost cause. I mean, we don't know where Lee Sin is here. He actually was looking to go on this. Yeah, I think this is a bad move. This is not going to work. Oh, yeah, just decides to back off. Very obvious. Doesn't know where Lee Sin is right now. So yeah, I mean, this is not really too good of an early star right now. Like, you know, they're 2k gold down. They've actually lost Dragon. Lee Sin's taken Dragon as well. So we'll see how Clid actually recovers and ends up carrying this game. So just decides nothing else he can do right here. Just going to clear my jungle camps. Alright, Lee Sin's actually top here, looking to potentially dive this Jax, but he jumps away with his Q. Clid sees Lee Sin here. Alright, so this is interesting. So he knows that he's actually, this is what you want to be doing on, like, Qiyana's like a very good, like, again, your mindset is your assassin champion. She's like sitting here waiting for Lee Sin to potentially walk in. So she's looking for a potential assassination attempt. And actually invading now with Ornn. Lissandra is here as well. There's not really anyone's priority, but he's just looking for him. Right, actually sees him with his red sweeper here. Really good ult from Clid there, and they get the kill on Lee Sin. Great. Alright, free blue. So this is really well played by Clid, especially stopping the momentum from this Lee Sin to look there and assassinate. Like, if you hit all your abilities in your ultimate on Qiyana, like, you can literally kill anyone, especially swishy champs like Lee Sin. So really good there, but also good by the Ornn for roaming. Alright, looking to potentially dive this Karma here with Top Wave. I mean, I would assume Lee Sin should be going bot right now. I mean, look at this right now. This is just, they're literally getting destroyed. There's 0-6 right now. They're absolutely out of control. So he actually has to make this play. Like, there's, like, he could maybe potentially be taking Rift Herald here. Maybe that's the better option, but I think he just wants to kill this Karma and get his Jax rolling. Okay, actually, Lee Sin's here. This is actually pretty good from Lee Sin. I actually wouldn't have expected this, like Lee Sin to go top side here, but really well played from him, and actually has really now stopped Clid's momentum. For some reason the frames are a bit laggy. Let's change this. To 80 FPS. So let's see how this goes. Not still a bit laggy. Alright, anyways, gonna have to deal with it. Alright, goes top side now to clear red. Looking to potentially help his team in this skirmish mid. Uses his sweeper, make sure the enemy team doesn't know he's coming. He does have ult. Uses his flash to flash ult. Gets a 3-man stun. Really nice work by Clid. And they kill Karma. Alright. So, not as many as they wanted probably there, but they did kill the... they did end up killing the Karma there, so, and burning a bunch of flashes, so... Definitely can work later to... I mean, you know they don't have flash now, so especially the Lee Sin. I think actually it was just the Lee Sin that flashed. I think Karma flashed, but they killed her. So Dragon is spawning here, but there's nothing really for him to do. Clear his jungle camps right now. So he's always trying to jump, use his mobility just to zip around the map. He has mobility boots as well that he bought off last base. So this is really good in terms of assassination, trying to be on the map as much as possible, be everywhere. Well, actually 2 control wards here. Clid decides to clear those. So yeah, like right now he's literally just ditching, like he's trying to avoid this lane as much as possible. Like if these guys could like easily 2v3, maybe even 2v4. So literally just ditching it, decides to go and pressure mid, but Lee Sin here actually is on Rift Herald. Alright, so it looks like actually a team fight's potentially breaking out here. Again, don't know about this. They are behind, but Lee Sin has sort of committed to the Rift Herald, and Ornn actually TP. So actually Ornn's here. Actually, this is good because they actually have numbers advantage here. So even though, I mean, again, they're super fed, but they have numbers advantage, and Ornn is actually surprisingly pretty tanky at this stage. She actually scares them off quite easily. Alright, so potential team fight going to break out here. They actually do have... So this is also the power of river control. Like, Doinby right now, the Leona's sweeping, making sure that they can't walk in here. So he's actually zoning out the enemy Xayah and Rakan. Enemy Xayah, actually. And actually potentially get the kill here. Alright. So Doinby's... I mean, Clid's literally just here trying to get Rift Herald, gets Rift Herald, and they kill the Xayah. So this is really good. They get the shutdown. Clid engages on here, gets the ult on Karma. And we get kills. Uses Rift Herald here to break mid. Potentially could have broken this without Rift Herald. I think maybe he should have saved it. Unless they want to get this second tower. But I think spawn timers are just too low at this stage. Like, it's literally 13 minutes in the game. As I died a bit far back, like, I would think it's just pretty risky to go for this tower. Alright, looks like Clid knows that. Like, Dragon's up right now. Take the enemy red buff. Chucks a control ward there just to make sure enemy team's not doing anything funny. I was actually looking to base and reset for Dragon. So they might lose Dragon off this. He has 2,000 gold. I actually really like this. In case a Dragon fight pops out, then he's going to be much stronger. They actually have a lead now from all that. So... like, right now, it's really good to base, because if he doesn't base right now, they don't have a lead. Like, he has 2,000 gold right now. So I think it's really, really good to base off this. Like, they actually, his whole team really needs to reset, especially Ornn. So always try and take skirmishes when you've spent your gold. You're going to be max as strong as possible once you have, like, if you have golds in your bank, sure, you might be fed, but you just don't have the strength because the items is the stats. You know, gold doesn't give you stats. Gold helps you get stats, but it doesn't give you stats. Alright, so the enemy team actually didn't take dragon here. Just goes straight bot. Alright, Karma's pretty alone here. They're actually looking to ditch dragon and potentially kill this Karma, but she knows that they're there. They have a... She has a control ward in that brush. Enemy team's pressuring mid. And Clid's now coming here to potentially push them off. So they're actually seeing him. They actually need to back off. Because positions like... And this is how you want to play assassin champions like Qiyana. It's very scary for the enemy team for you to start flanking. Like, Qiyana's a very good flank champion. The fact that she can, like, you know, jump in, stealth, use her ultimate. Like, the fights can go south pretty badly just because Qiyana has good positioning. So they've actually pushed out. Top there, Leona's sitting here camping whilst Clid takes this dragon. They have river control, so this is pretty good. I think this is the first dragon of the game. Alright, so Ornn split pushing bot here. Clid uses his jump over the wall there. And Ornn's actually engaging on this Karma. Good chain CC from the Leona and Ornn, and Clid comes up to potentially kill steal, but I like kills on Qiyana. It's all good. Takes this bot tower. Right, Jack's potentially dead here. This always happens. Like, and this is where you sort of want to ping like your Jack. So right now, they've got 3 resources right here into bot. Like, the sort of philosophy there is only do one thing at a time. So right now, like, Jax is pressuring top, they're pressuring bot. Their team needs to choose one or the other. And right now they have more numbers bot, so you make one play at a time. The play here was to kill Karma. So you just tell your Jax, like, just waste their time, back off. It's just not good if he dies there because it's essentially trading 1 for 1 here. But Jax actually does look like he potentially escapes. And does escape. So actually really good advantage now. They won out on that trade. Clid buys Edge of Night, first item, which is actually really good for Lysandra and Karma and Rakan. So this is really good. This plus the tenacity that he's taken in his runes is really his 30% tenacity right now. So he's actually going to be very, very slippery and hard to lock down. So he can literally free reign in team fights, which is what you want to be doing. So if you're versing a heavy CC comp, I think Edge of Night's really good to go first item. Alright, so going into the river here. Looking to potentially help his Jax push out top. They're actually going for Lysandra. She looks like she hasn't base. She does have TP, but there you go. She gets the kill. She actually probably just sort of TP'd out there. I'm not sure why she didn't do that. But Baron's actually not up, so actually I think it's fine. I think she should have just died, not burn her summoners. It's not like there's much anything their team can get off this. Alright, so get the pick on Rakan. Another good ult from Clid. And looks like they're potentially going to take T2 tower here. Alright, looking for some potential assassinations, but helps his team get this mid tower. Backs off. Looks to get Rift Scuttler here. And goes back to base to buy. So I assume he's probably going to be start buying more 80 items. Gets a serrated Dirk, 2 control wards. Baron's starting to come in up. Like, there's a lot of objectives on the map that's going to really... Control wards are going to help you, you know, take them with division, control, and denial from the enemy team. So, again, love 2 control wards. Alright, looking for a potential another assassination here, but Rakan probably will just be able to jump away. Clid just doesn't commit to that. No reason to commit to that. Rakan and Zar are very slippery, especially if they know you're coming. Alright, so I actually really like this. He's actually going bot side right now to actually help his Jax safely split push. Like, Jax is actually starting to become a machine. He's got Triforce right now. He's looking to build Hextech Gunblade next. So he's just in this right now, getting control. And see, and this is where you can control aggressive control ward here. It's going to help them push out the enemy team from the jungle here. Like right now, like Clid's stating right now, this is my jungle. And uses this to take the enemy red buff. A bit of a fight happening here. This might be lost. Where's Zaya right now? I'm not sure where Zaya is. Alright, Zaya's here. Yeah, they should be backing out, I think. Alright, yeah, so they lose 2 members there, but they do kill the Karma. I mean, Karma sort of is pretty useless there, so I don't think it's very worth to be killing Karma at all. Alright, very slippery Clid there. I mean, he literally wouldn't have... He would have died there if he didn't have Edge of Night. Alright, well, actually, I think they think that Clid's backed out here. Alright, Ornn comes in here. Clid comes up, so really good work by Clid. I'm not sure if the enemy team saw him. They must have thought he ran away or something like that. Alright, I think we can maybe only get 1 kill, but actually Jax is now TPing down here. They looks like they're going to get a bunch of kills. Really good chain CC there. Alright, they win the extended skirmish. Clid's now 8-2-4. Takes the enemy Krugs. Dragon's coming up, Rift Scuttler's up, all his bot side jungles up. There's a lot to take here. But he actually decides to base. He has 1200 gold. Can he buy an item? Yes, he can buy the Umbral Glaive there. So he gets that item. Constantly spending his gold, making sure he's very strong. Looks like they're going to get a pick on Lissandra here. So it should be a free dragon. No, Lissandra escapes. That's the annoyance of versing Lissandra. But she does burn her flash, so that's okay. Sort of denies the opportunity for her to do flash ults. Alright, take another dragon. But they're fighting top for some reason. Again, this is another don't make 2 plays at once. They're taking dragon, they're fighting top. It just gets messy when you're making 2 plays at once. So Ornn's forced to burn his stopwatch. Clid's now here. He does have ult. And this is actually a pretty good position for him to ult. You can use dead towers as well to throw your ults on. Alright, so actually, yeah, they go 2 for 2 there. Not ideal. Clid gets hit by a Q. Alright, decides to just clear his bot side jungle here, get his Gromp. There's not really much he can buy right here. I do want him to get 2 control wards for Baron, which is definitely one of the next objectives, or the next objective. Sticks around here, looking for a potential... Alright, so he's gotten full control of top side. This is where the area you want to be controlling right now. I love that he saved his sweeper for here. Again, ideally, he has 2 control wards, but this is where you want to be controlling, because it starts to pressure Baron, and the enemy team starts sweating, because it's like, oh, well, we actually need to get in here and get river control, and this, but the enemy team owns it, so very hard to walk in when you don't have any vision. It's a bit of a fight here. Jungle fights are really good for Qiyana, because you have that ultimate. Hasn't used it just yet. Actually saving that, literally ditching the Lee Sin, still saving his ultimate. It's actually really good. They've won that team fight, killed 2, still has his ult as well. So it's definitely no way the enemy team can fight them. Clid's looking for potential flank. No, just decides. Leona dies again. She's literally 8 deaths. But just decides to pressure this. Maybe he can get this tower, but Jax is still split pushing. This is good. So this is good. He's just waiting. The enemy team's doing something. He's like, alright, well then I'll just, go pressure a bit. Unfortunately, doesn't get it, but gets a really good, decent damage on it, which will help them be able to kill that much easier later. Alright, so steals enemy Krugs and looks to base. Has 1300 gold. Get another serrated dirt. Get 2 control wards. Let's start pressuring Baron. Alright, goes to Baron now. Again, going top side, there's nothing for him to do bot side right now. So this is really good. They have like full control of this river. They have top scuttle. So Clid's actually coming here again, the mindset of an assassin. Like right here, he's sitting here waiting for someone to walk in. He saw someone here, potentially can look to pick him off. As soon as they get a pick at this stage of the game, you can take Baron. So Rakan's actually doesn't want to walk in there. She has a feeling that their enemy team is potentially camping. This is actually potentially a good position for an Ornn ult. Jax is still pressuring bot. Right, Ornn throws his ult. Really good flank from Clid here. I see them cleaning up this pretty easily. This is the ideal team fight. Jax comes in. Clid has a bunch of tenacity and the charm really doesn't do anything to him. Alright, there you go. They kill 2. Really good knock up from the Ornn. They can potentially actually just end this game here. Spawn timer is actually 40 seconds on the Lysandra now. Alright, and that's GG. So, Clid here finishes the game 10-2-6. Really good game from him in terms of his ults. I mean, if you think about it, he really didn't have that many fights. Like, all the fights he participated in, he always like came out ahead. So, this is sort of just saying as well, jungling, like, you don't need to take back. Like, if you saw, like, they had a bad, I mean, not the worst early game, but completely just ignored the enemy Xayah and Rakan, helped the other side of the map, constantly just tried to ignore them, pressure other sides of the map, and, you know, look at the end result, 10-2-6. I mean, the Ornn did really play really well this game as well, and I think it was the Jax and the Ornn, you know, really still being really good teammates, but Clid did his job this game, which is what you want to be doing as a jungler. Do your job. So thanks for watching. You can check out my full notes over on my blog, nathanmott.gg, as well as Clid's skill order, item build, and runes. I'll see you guys in my next video.